Hi everyone, today our video is about the important long essay questions which are repeated in a nursing research. So coming to first question, define sampling technique, list out the types of sampling techniques, explain any one type in detail. So here there are four types of sampling techniques. Those are probability sampling, quarter sampling, snowball sampling and convenience sampling. Again these are subdivided into many types. So here you have to explain about the sampling technique and you have to list out the types of sampling techniques and explain any one in detail. Okay. And second question is what is research design and discuss the experimental research design in brief. So you have to define the research design first and then you have to write about the experimental research design. Okay, experimental research design, definition of experimental research design, and there are types of experimental designs which included the qualitative research design, quantitative research design, mixed research design and experimental research design. Okay, so you have to explain these all the types of experimental research design. And next, third question is explain steps of research process. So here we have a steps of research process. So first step is choose any topic for a problem statement, and second step is review of literature, and third step is define the research question, and fourth step is design research, and fifth step is data collection, and sixth one is analyzing data, seventh one is draw inference, and eighth one is write a report. Okay, so these are the steps of research process. And next, fourth question is define research design and list the types of experimental research design and explain the true experimental research design. Okay, so here in this you have to define the research design and list the types of experimental designs and explain one, that is true experimental research design, in detail. Okay, fifth question is define sampling, explain the probability sampling techniques. So in this question you have to define the sampling and then you have to explain in detail about the probability sampling technique. Okay, and sixth question is explain the source of research problem and explain the criteria of a good research problem. Okay, so here the sources of research problem can be include review of literatures and personal experiences, interviews, experiments, etc. Okay, so here is the criteria of good research problem, which is include the clarity and precision, that is which can be easy. Okay, and relevance and significance and methodological rigor, that is nothing but the methodology should be well planned, and ethical considerations, that means you have to get approval from the relevant authorities. Okay, and logical structure and coherence, and this is the well structure and have a clear plan about the research design and the comprehensive data analysis also. And here you have a different types of uh, data collection and data analysis. So here you have to choose the correct method for a data collection and the data analysis. Okay, and next thing is seventh question, define nursing research and explain the characteristics of good nursing research. So in this question you have to first define the nursing research and then you have to write the characteristics of good nursing research. So some of characteristics which include the critical thinking, communication, collaboration, integrity, time management, problem solving, data collection, etc. Okay, and next the eighth question, what is research design and explain the experimental research design in detail. So this we have already discussed, right? And next question is types of data collection and explain briefly any one method of data collection. There are many types of data collection methods, so in this you have to explain any one method. So types of method or data collection includes the interviews, survey methodology, focus groups, quantitative research, social medias, secondary data, documents and records, experiments, case studies, review of literature, etc. So these all the methods of data collection. So in this you have to explain any one of the following. Okay. Next, 10th question, explain nursing research and explain the characteristics of good research. So characteristics of good research we have already discussed. Okay. And 11th question is, what is research design? Explain the experimental research design in detail. This is also repeated one. And next, list out the different types of data collection method and explain briefly any method of data collection. This also repeated question. Next, 13th question is, define nursing research and write the steps of quantitative research process. So here are the 10 steps of quantitative research process. So first step is define research topic. Second step is formulate the research question. Third step is conduct a literature review. Fourth one is create a framework. Fifth one is design the research. Sixth one is select research participants and site. And seventh one is collect data. And eighth one is analyzing data. Ninth one is documenting findings. And 10th one is publish results. So these are the 10 steps of quantitative research process. And next, 14th question is define research design and what are the characteristics of true experimental research. Describe the quasi experimental research design. So in this, first you have to explain about the research design, and next thing is you have to write the characteristics of true experimental research. So there are the 4 characteristics of a true experimental research are random assignment, control group, manipulation of the independent variable, and last one is measurement of outcome. So these are the 4 characteristics of true experimental research. And here still you have to explain about the quasi experimental design. So quasi experimental design includes one group pretest only and one group pretest post test only, and non equivalent groups and time series. You have to explain these 4. Okay. And next, 15th question, list the sources of research problem and what are the criteria for selecting a good research problem. So this also repeated question. You have to explain about the sources of research problem and criteria for a good research problem. Next, 16th one. What are the criteria to be considered for a formulating the statement of the problem? So this also the criteria of a good research problem. The question is asked by different. Okay. And 17th question, explain the major types of data collection. So this data collection methods are nothing but interviews, survey methodology, focus groups, social media, secondary data, documents, records, experiments, case studies, review of literatures, and etc. Okay. And 18th question, define variable and explain the types of variables with suitable examples. So here you have to explain what is variable and types of variables, and you have to explain with examples. Okay, here are the types of variables includes dependent variables, independent variables, random variables, continuous variables, discrete variables, numeric variables, and categorical variables. Okay, you have to explain with the suitable examples. And next, discuss in detail about probability sampling. So this probability sampling is a method of sampling collection Okay, so you have to explain in detail. So types of probability sampling are simple random sampling, systemic sampling, statistical sampling, cluster sampling. Okay, next, explain the method of data collection. Methods of data collection we have already discussed. And 21 question, last question is define nursing research and explain the characteristics of good research. This is also many times repeated question. Okay, so these are the important questions of nursing research.